First tonight, they were rushed, they were poorly thought through, and now they need completely regenerating. The verdict on the original housing estates in Milton Keynes. The town has only existed for 50 years, yet it's already considered that large parts of it need urgent attention. The project will cost £1 billion and it will last for 15 years, and the impact of it will be huge. Around 8,500 homes will be renovated or rebuilt. It's a scheme that's likely to affect around 20,000 people. But some fear they'll be forced into homes or areas that they don't want to be in. Paul Scoynes has been to see the first homes earmarked for that redevelopment.
They were some of the first houses to be built in Milton Keynes, but now the oldest estates are starting to show their age, like Netherfield, now considered to be one of the most run-down parts of MK. It was built out of tin because of a brick shortage, and it's where the O'Grady family have lived for almost 30 years.
I don't think I'd like to see it knocked down because they're such big houses, but I think they should do something to improve the looks.
I'd like a brick house. I think that makes the estates look so much better when they're brick and they're an actual house, not just tin. That's all you see when you come in this estate is just tins. So I think if there were brick houses, they'd look more posh, and I think people would start looking after the estate a lot better if they had better looking houses.
In Coniborough, inspection work is already underway.
In the property, there's a lot of things being assessed. Obviously, the boiler, the loft insulation, the windows.
Phil and his team will spend the next 6 months gathering data on what needs to be done. But this regeneration programme is about more than just boilers, bedrooms and windows. The statistics show that life expectancy on these estates is considerably lower than the other parts of Milton Keynes, in some cases by 15 years. The council and its partners hope that by renewing these communities that will change. Those who worked on the original construction of Milton Keynes accept they didn't always get it right.
Some have worked out better than others, but we could have done better with the design. In particular, if we had used more traditional materials, if we had a mix of housing for rent and housing for sale, if we hadn't tried to make the estate all look the same, it would have been a better answer.
Milton Keynes is seen as the great success of the new town movement. The challenge now is to make sure it's ready for the next 50 years. Paul Scoynes, BBC Look East, Milton Keynes.
Well, David Gleeson is the man in charge of the redevelopment, and today he reiterated his promise to listen to what residents themselves really wanted from the project. But even he had to admit there will be those who don't get the outcome they want.
A bespoke solution for individuals, but we'd be foolish to say that we will keep everybody happy. That would be almost impossible to deliver on something the scale of what we're proposing.
So if people do need to move out of their homes, where do they move to? Will the communities be able to stay together? What's the plan?
The plan is to keep the communities together. The plan is to build what we call a decant programme, whereby we're trying to only move a family once. So hopefully within the constraints of the existing community, we'll make provision for those families to move to new properties located within the original constraints of the grid squares.
But in terms of the housing, currently Milton Keynes social housing is some of the largest in Europe, I think, because there was the space there when they were originally built. Will people have smaller homes as a result of this?
No, we should be able to match what people currently have. What we're trying to do is generate master plans that create high quality living environments, good spatial strategies for houses, and high quality open spaces. It's not about the quantity of the open space, it is about the quality of the open space.
I think there are a lot of people who are really surprised that the housing that you are going to rebuild, it's around 40 years old and it's no longer deemed to be fit for purpose. How can you guarantee that the new homes will stand the test of time?
Our programme is about quality, and that's about quality of services and quality about what we actually provide at the end of the day. Our homes have to be built to the very highest quality. They have to comply with building regs, and what we're very keen to ensure is that we deliver back to the council and back to the tenants high quality, low cost in terms of the running of the homes, and also a low maintenance home.
It's not just about the homes though, is it, this project? We know that some of the estates have issues with drug problems, there are issues with poor life expectancy. Is there anything about this project that will change that?
Absolutely. This is not just about the public realm. This is not just about new housing. This is about people, and we need to ensure that the opportunities are presented to those communities that allows them to flourish, move forward through employment, enhanced education and improved health. We have a partnership with the Open University looking at health programmes, and we will be liaising closely with the NHS, doctor surgeries and other groups that will help us deliver those objectives, including, of course, education within the council.
David Gleeson.